Oh, it's popped up. It's on stream. This is my first time seeing this, y'all. It's just the intro is great. Josh sent this to me like 5 minutes before we went live.
But I sent the original PowerPoint, and that did not want to open for Swissy. So I've now saved it as a PDF.
Okay. Do you want to present this or shall I?
Yes.
Okay. Well.
So, hello and welcome to my presentation today about macaroni and cheese, an entree or side dish. Slide.
Oh, okay.
We'll begin with the definition of a meal as found in Merriam-Webster Dictionary and also the Cambridge Dictionary. Merriam-Webster, of course, says it's an act or the time of eating a portion of food to satisfy appetite, or the portion of food eaten at a meal. Whereas Cambridge says an occasion when food is served or eaten, especially breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or the food served or the food itself on such an occasion. May I proceed?
You may proceed. Do I need to move a slide?
So now, as we can tell from both of these definitions, there is no other qualifiers for what constitutes a full meal, merely that the person is left with a satisfied appetite, and it's around a certain time of day that one would expect to consume a meal. Now, slide.
Okay.
Also, we can take a look back at the macaroni and cheese history, beginning, of course, in the medieval textbooks of the Liber de Coquina and Form of Cury. Mac and cheese has a proud history dating back all the way to the 14th century, before becoming modernized in the 18th century with the experienced English housekeeper and food cookbook, and also was a special favorite treat of not president. Was he president? He might have been president. Who cares? Thomas Jefferson. I think he was. He brought the dish back with him to Monticello, where he had it served often in both casual and important dinners. Moving ahead to the 19th century, both the Virginia Housewife and modern practical cookery cookbooks continued the legacy of macaroni and cheese, making it a widely popular dish in both America and Canada, as well as its original birthplace in the UK.
Slide. Okay.
Now, we can take a look at some specialty shops that have built their entire reputation around macaroni and cheese as a full meal.
Oh shit, I've been to Mac's. I'm a fucking idiot.
We, of course, have Mac's, which is an acronym for Macaroni and Cheese Shop. We have Great Modern Mac and Cheese, I Heart Mac and Cheese, and Elbows Mac and Cheese. All of these restaurants primarily serve macaroni and cheese, showing that it can, in fact, be a meal to the point where an entire shop could be built around it.
Yeah, I just remembered I've been to a Mac's in New York, and yeah, I had a meal
But now
there.
I hear what you're saying. You're saying, but these are specialty shops. Of course they would serve mac and cheese. So that's why I also include general restaurants, Americana cuisine shops that serve macaroni and cheese as a meal as well. We have Noodles and Company, Red Robin's, and Schlotzsky's, all of which offer entrees of macaroni and cheese. And of course, here we reach my sources. You can't
cite Wikipedia. Didn't you learn anything in high school?
I can cite anything I want.
Invalid.
In a macaroni and cheese debate.
You see, I want to say invalid. Unfortunately, before the stream, I already conceded to Josh that I do agree now that it can be an entree or a side, because I, before the stream, also had Wikipedia pulled up. And I, before the stream, saw what it says as a course. It is, in fact, a main or side dish.
Yeah, I saw that, and I didn't want just to use that line of text as my argument, so I decided to expound upon it a little bit.
Also, can we just take a minute to appreciate: take and make a thin foil of dough and curve it on pesses, and cast them on boiling water and seep it well. Take cheese and grate it, and butter cast beneath and above the, as I can't read that. Is that how people talked?
Yeah, that was like probably Old English or Middle English.
It
I don't
is.
know the difference. But in when I was in school, we had to read like a Middle English poem, and instead of saying like when the rains of March have pierced the soil, it was like Juan that April with his short suit. It
Oh,
was just like a different language, basically. It
solid.
was crazy. Also, let me yes. So Brie, I did create a PowerPoint explaining why mac and cheese is both a side dish or an entree. I think I made some valid points
Right.
in both that it has a rich history of being eaten as both a meal and side dish. It's served in specialty shops and general restaurants, and it fits within the Cambridge and Merriam-Webster definitions of a meal.
Damn it.
I did quote Wikipedia, and I only just put the links. I did not MLA site or Chicago style site or APA site, mostly because, frankly, I don't have to do that anymore now that I've graduated college, and I never want to do it again.
Solid. I feel like a fucking idiot because I have been to a Max
You've been
and I've had a
there's
mac and cheese meal. Now that I remember it.
there is 10 minutes from my apartment. There is a cluster of shops, and there's a Max there and a Noodles and Company.
Right.
So I drive past them fairly frequently, and
Nice.
you know. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And now, let's find out what
Amazing.
type of milk we are.
Absolutely. Let's just jump into it.
Let's just jump right into it.